Reflections.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension.
I gotta get the fuck out of there. And my reason for this, is for one that you may share, possibly. I have a very low tolerance level for stupid bullshit.
We don't want no, 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 we don't want no
bullshit around us, no bullshit around us, no bullshit around us, no bullshit around us.
Drink the drink.
But I don't want the drink.
He doesn't want the drink. He does.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
Listen.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Caution, you're about to enter the no bullshit zone.
Factor begins right now.
For real, it's the no bullshit zone, right? So tonight. So Mikey, man, I want to know.
Are we live?
What the fuck? Man, I don't fucking know. What the fuck does it matter? You know what I'm saying? Just speak your mind. No bullshit, right? I got a couple motherfuckers up in the house tonight. I don't know who though, man, because I'm the unknown factor, and that's what's up. And I haven't had my proper medication in a long fucking time. Not just tonight, folks. So that's besides the point, right? But check it out. We got Big Will, man. We got motherfucking DJ Mikey. You know, I'm in the motherfucking house, and I got Tony Shaka. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Chakra. See, I didn't fuck up and not know your name. I just straight mispronounced it. Now, that's props to you, because I'm telling you, there's been totally the opposite, where I've just not known a motherfucker's name and fucked it up. That's for real. No bullshit on me. But this motherfucker is one part of the Wasteland Warriors. Yeah, that's what's up. You know, we're going to talk some shit tonight. How the fuck y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How about you?
I don't know, man.
I'm chill. And I'm sure Mikey's going to say something like he's Gucci or something, you know?
I'm just enjoying the calm before the storm here. DJ Mikey coming in on the microphone.
What storm? What did you say?
Well, I don't like to necessarily wait for the shitstorm. I like to be the shitstorm. But Unknown Factor always tells me to shut up. So let's get right into the interview.
Not always.
Will, thank you. Not always. I haven't told you to shut up on this whole show yet.
Exactly. So I'm waiting for the storm, for the shit storm. Yeah.
This whole show. Mikey says, okay, so it's a goal. I'm not going to tell Mikey to shut up, right? But Will, if Mikey gets on some really, like, I should have told him to shut the fuck up shit, right? Will, it is your duty, right, not to let the bullshit fly, because it is the no bullshit zone.
Well, of course.
Right? So, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it tonight, Mikey. I'm gonna slack off. Unless I just...
All right, I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to roll with the punches. And I appreciate that.
Let's see. So,
and
well, let's start deep though. I don't mean to interrupt you, Mikey. Right? But for real, like I don't know what, like this was some kind of impromptu shit, you know? Because I think there are two. There's one thing that everybody's aware of, and one thing that I think is really important, and they're both respectively going on. One's been going on for a minute, which is the Dakota Oil Pipeline situation, which we're going to get to in more depth here in just a second, because the other one that everybody's aware of is the World Series is going on. And no offense to anybody, I could give a fuck. I'm not kidding, right?
Whoa, calm down.
Will's like, calm down. What, man? I mean, it's cool. Whatever. Play the game. It's awesome, right? But
I mean, one team ain't won a World Series in 71 years. One team ain't won a World Series in 108 years. I mean, so regardless of who wins tonight wins it.
Yeah, so...
somebody's ending their travel.
So look, and it went to Game 7, and it's been such a great distraction from everything else that's going on in the world, like this Dakota Oil Pipeline situation. So, Chakra Man, I know you have Native American descent. Have you been down to there?
I have not. I got a kind of a household I got to keep going and stuff, and business to run. I do want to go, but I think I remember hearing something about they were actually shutting the roads in and out off last week. I don't know if that's just a temporary thing, but I was thinking of going here at the end of the month up that way.
Wait, now who's shutting the roads off?
In the article that I was reading and the news I was hearing from people I know up that way, it was a combination of the local law enforcement, and I heard, don't quote me on this, because I didn't see any pictures of them yet, but I heard there was some of the Army Reserves and some shit out there, and then obviously the reservation police were standing along, kind of watching what the police do, because police aren't obviously supposed to be on tribal land. That's part of the treaties. Of course, we all know how the treaties are honored, but technically they got to get like the FBI to go on to reservation land, and they have to have all kind of special reasons, like say somebody murdered a government office personnel or something and hit them on tribal land, something big before they can go on tribal land and actually have any.
So man,
I did not know that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean they're not. Yeah, if it's got to be. I don't look, and I'll be honest, Tony. I only know that because of a movie that I cannot remember the name of, but I know I seen it in a movie. It was a big deal. They're like, "Motherfucker, get the fuck off our tribal," and it was like, and
probably Thunderheart.
Thunderheart. Isn't that an Adult Swim series?
No. Thunderheart is, I want to say like mid-90s movie, kind of when the Native American rights stuff started becoming a big issue in the public eye for a while. Like you had like 3 ninjas go to the reservation and, all that shit. Like everyone was trying to get a piece of, Native American in their movie. And this movie kind of went in, and there, if I remember right, the story to it was like somebody had been murdered that, or attempted murder that was like a big executive on the outside world, and he was on the on the native property, and then on the native tribal land, what was going on was people were actually disappearing and then turning up dead, and other people were getting real sick, and like a half native or something like that that was adopted out actually was a FBI agent and was brought in to handle it. And, he wasn't too fond of his roots or anything, because I guess, if I remember right in the story, like his dad was kind of a fuck up, so he was like, I want nothing to do with that. And then, he ends up, finding out that the guy who called them in and got them on there was, trying to steal the tribal land because they were dumping chemicals on it.
Wait, now what was that called again? Because I have never seen that
Thunderheart.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's the one that what you were talking about sounds like to me. Although I'm sure there are others. Right. Like I said, you had a period like 96 to about 99, like Hollywood B-level, a lot of them, but Hollywood was really taking up the Native American cause, like, hey, let's go show the problems that's being done on the res and, all that. And then just kind of the 2000s came in and it went away.
Well, let me ask you a question, man, because I feel like that has been done with almost every different race. You know what I'm saying? As far as there's been a point in history where, I mean, as far as with Hollywood, where they've been fairly sympathetic towards one specific race for like a year or 2, maybe 3, and then they go on to a different one. Right?
Right.
Why do you think that is, man? I've never, that's fucking, I've never thought about that like that, Tony, until you just said what you said. But that's a little fucking weird, man. That's a little weird.
Honestly,
it is weird they would do that.
Yeah, honestly, the way, like, and it's weird because with natives, like until recently, like, native actors weren't playing natives on native movies, and like it was a real common thing way back to like any native on camera was played by a white in makeup, and then
Brad Pitt. Didn't Brad Pitt play one?
Yeah, didn't Brad Pitt play Native American in one of those movies in the 90s?
Yeah, and then, you know, like it was real common practice, and then, like, anyone who wasn't speaking or whatever, like, eventually they let up, and anyone who wasn't speaking, you know, they allowed to be native, like, if they weren't a main part, and then, you know, you had very few natives who were actually allowed to play lead native roles and stuff. So really, like, it was kind of weird because a lot of those movies that they made back in the 90s, they weren't real natives playing natives. So it was weird because they were looking into an entire culture without even consulting the culture on a lot of cases. But I think the reason that Hollywood does it is it kind of senses changes in the cultures. And, you know, each culture had its own idea, and then what it became when it came to America. And it's kind of whatever agenda they're working on pushing at the time, you know. Like, unfortunately, you know, when it became the African-American turn, you know, most of the movies were gangster movies, you know, hood movies, etc., that portrayed them in kind of a negative light. Not a lot of positivity there, but you know, then you know, it just kind of goes with the flow of whatever A, the agenda is at the time, and B, whatever people are latching on to.
See, man, yeah, I fully agree with you. I'll tell you why. Like, and look, MC Enigma, shout out to that motherfucker. I'm gonna bring him up right now because it's this post of his that made me bring this up. If you want to say racism doesn't exist, I think it's odd. Like, if you look at the response that Luke Cage got, the Netflix show, motherfuckers were like, it's really good, but it's too black. And I'm like, first off,
right, I heard that. I did hear
first
that.
off, you dipshit. Look at all the other Marvel
Apparently,
films.
you read the comics.
Well, yeah, not only that, for real, yeah, because I love this. Like, I'm a fucking comic nerd, man, and yeah, and I love some of the
Luke Cage back in the day was like turkey.
Yeah, I love some of the references they've thrown in, man. Like some of the little things in that series. I haven't watched it all yet, but it's been fucking excellent.
I haven't seen any of it. You have to check it out one of these days.
Yeah, dude, it's really, really good. It is.
I've heard that like from a million people on Facebook that they thought it was. They were all like, "Man, this show was awesome. I can't stop watching it."
Oh, dude, I'll say
but
that.
I thought maybe they were just comic book nerds like Factor. So I thought they were just comic book nerds like
Big
Factor.
Will,
I don't know.
Big Will, you can fuck off. Look, no. I'm trying to make a racial point. You want to fucking make like, oh, he's a comic
No, it's cool.
nerd.
No, I see what you're saying, though.
What a dick.
I see what you're saying.
What a dick. Tony, you see this shit? For real.
Yeah.
Huh?
So is Shell.
Yeah,
What?
well, like I said, man.
My wife loves comics too, man. What about it?
Right, yeah. I'm a huge comic book fan, and, you know, like I was saying.
I like comic books, I'm not going to lie.
My wife come up to Michigan and kick his ass.
Oh, shit.
Yo,
you
guys are welcome to come to Michigan.
It's Big Will versus Shell. I'm taking bets. All comers. I don't know what the odds. Look, the odds are 1 to 30 in favor of my wife. Because I'm sorry, Will, that'll bring out a terrible side of me. And I love you, dog.
Guys just come up to Michigan? You guys need to come to Michigan in general, anyway. I mean,
if we came up to Michigan, dude, we'd probably just end up really, really drunk. Yeah.
We've been trying to get back up there for a minute, man.
Hey, dude, I know you have. It's are you coming up for that Rude Boy benefit thing?
Oh man, what day is that?
What's it, December? December 12th,
I completely
believe.
forgot because I know his birthday is coming up.
It's in December, I know that.
Oh man, I've
It's
seen
what?
that. Is it the third? Man, I want to say it's the 13th. I think.
I thought it was a weekend.
I don't fucking know, Will. I see a lot of flyers.
I have to look. It was going to be November 26th, but they changed it. It was going to be it was going to be November 26th, but they changed it.
Well, Will will have that date
Right.
later
Yeah,
on.
I know. I know it was supposed to be that because we weren't going to be able to go because we're going to be in Wisconsin on the 26th for Bury the Living.
Oh,
you're going to that? Oh, you're going to Bury the Living? That's dope.
Yeah, we're on the bill.
Nice, man. Hell yeah. Little promo. Go check out Bury the Living for real. That's what's up. That's gonna be a dope
Definitely.
ass show. Yeah. I need to.
Yeah, that is a good one. That is a good one right there.
I need to get out to that one year. I definitely do. That's in my fucking bucket list for fuck sure. Like, it's just this has been such a jump in that I want to end up stop making the regular start, but it's just gonna be nuts, man. That's all it is. I mean, you know, Tony, it's a slow build up, but love you, kiddo. Go to bed.
She's not going to bed. She's eating dinner. She just wanted to give you a
Oh, apparently my kid just wanted a hug. I don't know what's going on. I'm fucking confused at all times. See, look, even my kid knows I'm mean as hell.
You so mean, Jay.
That's what's up. But no, fuck it. Let's get back into this, man. Like I said, with this whole pipeline thing, right, going on. Hey, man, I know I'm hoping we got somebody else that's going to call in here in a moment. I'm pretty sure he's been down there. But
the guy who called in about it originally when we were doing the no bullshit zone a couple months ago?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been down there.
I thought he was going down there. He was saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has been down there. So, man, like, what do you think is the long game in this? Chakra, I want to know from you, especially, because you have native blood, man. So, in the long run,
As far as, you know, what the government has to gain and everything, like basically, man, number one, taking tribal lands away and backing out of treaties essentially gives them the power to enter into a whole new removal act time and just kind of push natives everywhere. Like they were, either last year or 2 years ago, they were trying to take the Navajo res, down in Arizona and New Mexico, trying to take land from down there. And, you know, it basically, if we keep letting them take things, you know, it basically is going to give them power to just remove us and move us whenever they want as far as natives. Like, actually, if you look up still to this day, and you can go to the free online dictionary and look it up, like in their legal section, still to this day in 2016, the third paragraph of the definition of a citizen in the United States specifically excludes Native Americans and African Americans. Still to this day, like no matter if you have an ID or not, you're still not a citizen according to definition, and that's why things like Mike Brown happen, and the police don't face any charges because technically Mike Brown's not a citizen by definition. Although they passed these supposed bills and given him an ID, they've never changed the definition and never amended it. So, you know, we're still not considered citizens. And then if you go to the 14th Amendment, actually, it excludes, again, Native Americans specifically from owning any kind of property within the United States. And a lot of these states here in the United States still have the law on the books that a Native American also cannot be heard in court. Basically, like with my tribe, the Cherokee technically legally own the entire state of Georgia. It was granted to them by the Supreme Court way back in the day. And the president at the time, Andrew Jackson, found word that there was gold under Georgia, and he had all the Cherokee removed forcibly in the Trail of Tears, which there were many trails of tears and many removals, but the Cherokee became the most famous because they tried to remove us via water, and our belief wouldn't let us travel on water because we believed that the like the realm of the dead, so we wouldn't go on it. And so they walked us through snow and rain and everything over, most of the country to Kansas at first, and then moved us later to Oklahoma because we weren't a warring tribe, and they moved us out to Kansas where there were warring tribes. And when they moved us from Georgia, like the rations, basically they did what they do to the school systems and prisons now. They paid a company to come in and provide for the natives at the lowest dollar possible, and basically what they provided as rations were moldy flour, bug infested flour, moldy bread, rotted meat, and not for everyone to go around, and then coffee and stuff like that. And they wouldn't allow us to hunt or fish or gather along the way. It was pretty much, hey, you stop, you get a gun pointed in your side. So we're heading towards that if we keep letting them take everything, and then also it was publicized a couple years ago that the CEO of Nestle said that water is a privilege and should be privatized to those who have money where they own them. Damn. So that's another important thing, is that we can't let them own it, because if they own it, then that essentially means that, you have no control over what they do to it. They already put fluoride in it, which fluoride can be created by putting certain rocks in the water, and that's natural fluoride. And while that's toxic, it's still not as toxic as what they're putting in now. Right now, what they're putting in is sodium fluoride, which is actually a byproduct of creating aluminum. And the shit basically is what Hitler would use in the water at the concentration camps to kind of dumb people down so that they were unable to think of escape plans and stuff.
See, look, and here's my whole fucking serious problem with this whole situation, Chakra, and the fact that more people aren't just like, why the fuck, trying to put some kind of stop to this, or at least putting their fucking voice out there and saying this is goddamn bullshit. And I've heard both sides, dude, as far as, because I know there are people that are Native American that are very much, I guess you would call the extremist of it, and are like, fuck it, kill everybody, right? But they're fucking white people and shit that are the same, that are like, kill all the fucking, kill all the Indians, is what they say. I love that too. Goddamn dumbasses. Fucking, do I look like Christopher Columbus? Fuck you, man. I know what a map is. I'm not a flat earther. I know this shit is round, right? And all that. So I'm good. Fucking goddamn morons. But I don't understand why people don't see that if we let actions like that just continue, then what it's gonna end up happening is making it to where there's an upper class that's very small, and then there's the rest of us, and fuck us. And it's not going to become a thing of race. It's just they're using race to get us against one another. I don't see how the fuck people don't see that.
Right. No, you're exactly right. And see, this is some of the stuff that we talk about. Trying not to do a shameless plug, but this is something that we talk about very deeply in our music.
No. Hey, Chakra. Shameless plug. What the fuck is wrong with you here? Just because he said it. Check it out. December 3rd, Carl's Tavern, New Haven, Indiana, right? King Gordy, right? One night only, sick-minded music. You can see my ass, the Unknown Factor, as well as a bunch of other dope acts, right? But go ahead, dog. Shameless plug. I give no fucks.
December 13th, Allen Park, Michigan, Project Orange Shice. Polk State hosted by Big Will. One night only.
Right. Definitely. We'll see. There you go. Okay, shameless plug. This is something we talk about a lot as the Wasteland Warriors, man. A lot of what's happening, and we've actually predicted a lot of it. It's kind of scary the way it happened. Like, we wrote our first song, and it was about zombies, and we recorded it, and literally the day we recorded it, we were finishing the mix down on it. and we were watching the news, and the fucking face-eating zombie down there by you in Florida, the bath salt dude, was all over the news like that had just happened.
I'm in Indiana. What are you talking about? I don't live down with them crazy Florida fucks. I'm not saying Indiana's necessarily great, but look, Florida's...
That must have been...
yeah, that was... Yeah. No, that was... Yeah. That was motherfuckers. Look, people, it's like I said, long story, shocker, but yeah. There was an associate of mine that, no, this is based out of Indiana.
Gotcha. Yeah, nobody knows. Must have been him.
Nobody thought we were in Florida.
Gotcha. But, yeah, man, like we recorded that shit and we're mixing it down, and then the story came across the news like, hey, this guy is a fucking zombie eating faces. And we're like, what? But no, what we talk essentially, what the end game goal is or seems to be, because I don't want to jump off into too much conspiracy, but you can see where it's going. The end game goal is for a city of elites, and they're actually testing these cities over in Indonesia and stuff. Right now, they're called smart cities and mega cities. Like the city, I know we think of like Los Angeles.
Hell no, dude. I think a mega city 1, and I ain't trying to be on no Judge Dredd shit. Fuck that.
Right. But well, they're literally testing these things called smart cities, and basically what it is, it's a self-sufficient city that grows off of natural energy, and they could completely dome it off, essentially. Like, say, they could nuke the rest of Earth and completely dome off one city and have it be just completely living and lush green, fresh fruit and vegetables and everything they need to live in there.
Oh yeah, but you realize, dude, especially you using the term mega city, that what you essentially cause if you do that is a fucking Judge Dredd type situation. Because eventually you're going to kind of open that dome. Yeah, that's going to get overpopulated. You're going to have some kind of crazy ass law enforcement to deal with the problems, to the point where it's, you give one dude judge, jury, executioner fucking duties because you don't have time for the process because the amount of people you have in such a small confined area. That's it.
Right.
Like, that's the route,
and what do you... What's up, Will?
I don't think Will said nothing. I think that was me. Shocker.
Hey, where's Mikey at, by the way?
I don't know. Mikey, you alive?
Yeah, I'm right here, bro.
Huh.
You were quiet for like the last who knows how long. So, I mean, no one had to tell him to shut up yet. So he didn't say anything.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why Unknown Factor agreed to not tell me to shut the fuck up tonight is because he doesn't want me to give him a reason to tell me to shut the fuck up tonight, so I'm going to wait for the perfect time.
Good reasoning.
To just chime in.
Wait. So, motherfucker, you're telling me that since I said I won't tell you to shut the fuck up, you are specifically trying to find a moment that will make me want to tell you to shut the fuck up.
That is exactly what he is saying, Factor.
No bullshit zone.
Well,
let me tell
you. Like I said, call him on his bullshit, so whatever. It's good. We're still on this Dakota Pipeline shit, though, dude. Like I said, man. Shocker, what was you getting ready to say?
Oh, what I was getting ready to say is, if you look, that's essentially what they're already test running with the Mike Browns and all these police shootings. And like granted, the statistic came out, there are more white people shot daily than blacks or anybody else. But also you got to figure that's proportionately uneven because there are way more white people in America than any other race. But at the same time, I'm saying, like, it's becoming almost a daily thing, white, black, native, whatever, that a cop is acting as judge, jury, and executioner. And also one of the things, Wasteland, kind of, we say we don't write our music, we channel it from entities that are higher dimensional, because when we get in studio, we have these crystal skulls and jade skulls and things that we set around, and black mirrors and different things in the studio, and we just kind of sit there and listen through the beats, and whatever comes through the skulls and the mirrors, that essentially ends up being the album. and the songs. And we don't do it for like mixtapes and stuff, but we do it for all the albums. And basically, you know, what we've heard through these sessions are these smart cities are essentially going to be surrounded by a wall that people will live in. And what they're going to do is they're going to offer people, either you live in the wall and you work, you know, like you work 17 hours a day, you get, you know, the rest of the day to partake in your vice. If your vice is drinking, you can either sleep or drink. If, you know, your vice is food, you can either eat or sleep. You know, if you video game, you can either eat or video game. And then everyone who disagrees, it's kind of going to be like Demolition Man, the people that live in the sewers and stuff. Everyone who disagrees will be shoved out of these smart cities into the wasteland that they've created. And then the wasteland, like, there will be no clean water, no materials to build homes. Basically, you'll be living in trash huts and things like that. And quite frankly, like, we might be the only ones seeing or talking about it in detail, but like, there are tons of other people who are seeing it and preparing for it. There's this documentary out now called Garbage Warrior that's a couple years old now, about this guy, this crazy guy in the desert. Well, he's not really crazy, in my opinion, but a lot of people think he's crazy. He basically one day had this idea, hey, Earth's eventually, we're going to not have a way to build houses or anything. What if we built houses out of trash? And so this guy figured out a way to create a completely self-sufficient home out of mud and trash. But, you know, so we're not the only people seeing this, but it's floating that way, and you can kind of see it now. Like, they're test running these smart cities, but they're doing it out of the public eye. They're doing it overseas where, you know, a lot of people don't think to look. And a lot of news don't leak out because India is still very heavily controlled. You know, in internet and media and everything. So they're doing it in places that not a lot of info will leak about it. And then, you know, you're seeing the test run of the Judge Dredd's through, you know, these cop shootings. And, you know, like I said, they've already discredited basically, like, if you go back into the history of what people call America, America's actually a corporation known as the Virginia Company. And technically, when you get into the Bill of Rights and the Constitution and all that crap, it's written to only include the white male predecessors thereof the Virginia Company. And so 99% of all whites are even excluded, and they're actually second-class citizens, and then everyone else isn't even a citizen. Like, white women still aren't citizens. No offense, not trying to be sexist. But
no, dude,
it's on the book.
No. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, Chakra. And I mean, that's the thing. I mean, like the points you just made, dude. I mean, fucking, it's like people don't get the, like, it's like there's a bunch of fucking white people that are like, no, especially, look, and I'm going to sound like a jackass, but I don't give a fuck, right? But motherfuckers that are like.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on. I was about to say, unknown factor. I completely disagree, but go on with your point.
All right, well, that's fine, right? But, okay, you disagree with this? That's awesome. So Mikey disagrees with the fact that motherfuckers running around going, white power, white power. Like, he thinks they're intelligent, apparently.
How can he
Because I think they're goddamn dumbasses, right?
That doesn't make no
so that
sense.
he's disagreeing with that statement. He's saying people running around yelling white power are intelligent individuals. I'm saying they're not because they don't realize that it's not white power. Right?
And wouldn't you like to tell me something right now, unknown factor?
I don't give a fuck. No, I'll tell you to fuck the fuck off politely, Mikey. Like, I don't know what you're thinking. You must have your head or finger up your ass. If you know,
you told me to fuck the fuck off and just asked me if I had my finger up my ass. That's as polite as it's gonna get. I love no fucks given radio.
Oh no, man! I could be more fucking polite than that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Mikey. Mikey's thinking I can't be polite. He disagreed with my point.
On the air.
He thinks people run around screaming white power. Yeah, for real.
Of course I don't agree with that. I was just waiting for the perfect moment to say I disagree, so you might tell me to shut the fuck up here on No Fucks Given Out.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, there it is.
Bullshit. Come on, man. No, if he really
Number one.
He'll just mute you and you'll be good. If he really wanted to just mute you and you'll be good.
Oh, well, we'll say a mute Mikey.
No, I said if you wanted to avoid that, you would just mute him and it wouldn't matter.
Will is right, man. I mean, I could just mute your ass.
I know. I want to go out and I want to say I absolutely did not mean that. I literally did that as a radio shtick. I'm just terribly sorry.
No, look, Chakra, don't accept this fake ass fucking
Gee whiz,
apology.
I really want to apologize.
So full of shit. It's unacceptable.
I just wanted to say I disagree to piss off the unknown bastard.
Shut the fuck up, Mikey. Like,
yes, there we go.
Damn it. Fuck.
Almost got it.
Fuck. Caller. Who we got?
You didn't say it, though.
It's a goal. It's a challenge.
Now you walk into.
Who we got?
Actually. What's up?
Who I got? I got a new caller.
Yeah, Al.
New caller. Hey now.
You there?
Hello?
Caller?
Hello, can you hear me?
Al. What?
You guys hear me?
Yeah, dude.
I can hear you.
Man.
Who's this? How's your Wednesday? Today is a very pleasant Wednesday. How are you? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, what's good? What's Gucci?
No.
I have no idea. I sound like I walked in on a month.
Look, man, no, I want to throw out your real name because it's all my memory can retain. So give me your other.
Albert McCain.
That's not, man. Well, that's not what you go. Don't you go by something else?
Don't I go? I mean, what do you want? You want my stage name? Do you want my Indian name?
Yeah.
You want my legal name?
God damn, man. Like, why you gotta make it so confusing, Albert? What is this shit? God. Ask for a name. He's like, what name do you want? Indian? Legal? Stage? What the fuck? How many names you got?
I mean, it's a good question.
I can't argue. Turn the World Series down, would you?
3-1 Chicago, in case you're interested.
It's what to what?
3-1 Chicago right now.
3-1 Chicago? So there's going to be a riot in Chicago tonight, one way or the other. I'm sorry for anyone that lives there, but that's probably what's going to happen, win or lose. I mean, that's just the fucking truth.
I don't think anybody here is in Chicago. Though,
I do agree with that. Yes, I do.
Man, that's terrible.
There's absolutely no way, man.
Hey, honestly, I could care less because my Yankees aren't in the World Series. So,
Yeah. I could care less because there's way more important shit going on in the world. Yeah. Albert, man, dude, stage name. That's what I want.
My stage name, Deathshine.
Deathshine. See, because you said Deathshine. See, because it used to be something else, and everybody got to fuck with me changing names. And why not throw out your Indian name? Albert, what's your Indian name? So we can just all be really confused.
My Indian name is Washumagizi. It means rest.
It means what?
Resting hawk.
Resting hawk.
Yep.
Okay. What was that again?
My Indian name is Washu.
Yeah, I won't remember that shit, Al. I shit you not. Right? I got a terrible fucking memory. I won't. Look, Will's like, no, he will
I don't
not.
expect you to.
He will not. I won't. I'm sorry. Right? But hey, man, we got Chakra here from the Wasteland Warriors, man. We got Mikey and Will up in the house. So we've actually been talking a good deal about the Dakota oil line or the Dakota Pipeline situation. Getting into a bit of depth in that. Have you been down there, man?
Yeah.
What? Just from somebody that's been down there, then. And who's in the fucking streets? Somebody's in the streets. Mikey?
No shit.
Mikey, are you in the fucking streets?
No.
Who's walking around in the street right now? I'm curious. Is it you, Al?
No,
I'm in a park right now. It's really not windy.
Oh, whatever. Fine. So, man, when you got down in that situation, though, down in that area, what was that experience like? Because, I mean, everything I've heard out of there, the shit I've seen, that's...
Well, I mean, at first, it wasn't bad. I got there at night. It was in the morning, because it's a 14-hour for me. as morning came, cops just flood the place. Nothing. I mean, it's kind of like you really are in a war zone because these cops, they're all suited up. They talk to you like shit. You know, they will get in your face, try to piss you off, try to get you to hit them.
Al? Man, I lost you for a sec.
Oh, yeah. You hear me? I said.
Bullshit zone for the ages.
Yeah. My bad, man. I lost a bit of that, though. You were saying, as far as what it was like to be down there, you said the cops just started showing up in the morning, and they were just talking to you.
Yeah,
like
as soon as they show up, I mean, you can't even get done with breakfast. And it's because in the morning when we wake up, right away we do prayer, and they try to disrupt that, kind of trying to break our spirits.
Well, that's rude as fuck. Like, what the shit? Man, I'm gonna fucking... Somebody's fucking somewhere where it's windy as fuck. That's all I know. And I thought I figured out who it was. Let's see.
In case that was me, I muted myself. I've been muted this whole time.
Yeah, it was quiet for a second, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you hear like cars or something.
Right. Out of nowhere. It was like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, no cars are even allowed to drive through here, but just in case like that wind sound was me, I muted myself.
Okay.
So the cars aren't allowed to drive around there where you're at?
Yeah, like we're in a park. So we're just chilling.
You just chill. What are you just chilling in the park at 9:30 at night?
You didn't know? Mikey's a fucking creeper, man. I know he was one of those clowns at one point. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
That's seriously like some Mr. Rogers shit right there, man.
Oh, that's some retarded shit is what that is, man. But no, so how long were you there down there in Dakota, man?
I was there for
how long?
A week.
A week? So
6 or 8 days. I kind of lost count.
Like I said, I've seen fucked up footage out of there. What was, like, in your opinion, dude, down there, what was the thing you seen that, like, did you see something that really, you were like, oh my God, that really just, the thing that really pushed your button, you know? Or things?
The thing that really pushed my buttons is the blatant disrespect for the. They will sit there and find out where these burial grounds are, and they'll bulldoze them. And these burial pipeline, but because they bought land that wasn't theirs to buy, they feel the obligation to try to piss us off.
See, yeah, I don't fucking, it does not make any kind of sense to me, man. And
it does not. It's like they took the worst of the worst cops and put them there just to be mean. Well, now, when I was going through the checkpoint going through Mandan on Dakota 1806 there, that took like a week.
Hey, real quick, Al,
They weren't from there. They didn't want to give you any problems.
Real quick, Al, I'm sorry. Hey, Will, Chakra, I think actually Mikey already hung up. I have just hang up and call back in real quick and you'll be good. My apologies. Go ahead though, Al.
Right now?
No, don't you. Oh, wait. I can hear you, Will. You're good. Never mind. Chakra?
You got me?
Yeah, I got you. Okay. So it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Fucking, apparently it was just fucking up on Mikey's end. I hope he calls back in, but that's, yeah. Go ahead, Al. Sorry.
All right, so, when you're out there, points in time, they're watching. They have helicopters going over you. They have military drones, and they have a plane that is constantly watching. And as soon as they see somebody form into prayer, they automatically want to do a raid. We even put that to test. We did a false prayer, just a gathering to see what would happen, and within 2 minutes they were there to raid us.
Like, what the fuck are they raiding for? What the fuck I mean, seriously.
Because what they're doing is they're wanting to down so much that we give up.
Well, but, I mean, do they have any kind of legal justification for those raids? I mean, they can't,
None.
Right? Okay, that's what I thought.
None. Just the other day, they actually found an infiltrator working for the DAPL Security. His name, I think, was Rick Thompson or something Thompson. And Nick Thompson's what it was. and he was loaded with an AR-15, and the BIA, which is the Bureau of Indian Affairs of the Res Police, came and arrested this guy. They had to turn him over to the Mandan police, and they let him go free of charges.
Wow.
I don't understand that. Like, there's so much that happens in this world. And like, no, again, especially because I got Will in this room, I'll say no disrespect to the World Series, but it amazes me how much we allow ourselves to be distracted from what's happening to us.
Yeah, sure. You know, that's we are way, way too easily distracted by anything. And, you know, myself included for a while there.
Yeah, I can't.
You know, until the pipeline came about, it was like I was, you know, off doing whatever, you know, minding my own, and you come to realize that when you're minding your own, you're not paying attention to any of the world around you.
Oh, yeah, dude, look, for real, I was kind of doing the same thing until I started doing this whole music and then the radio, and then I was like, God damn, fuck that. I'm going to just give a bunch of people really loud voices because I think it's funny and I think the world needs to hear it. For real, man, fuck them. I mean, God,
well, I mean,
I can't
for
even
me,
watch the news.
For me, I got caught up so much in the whole cult crew against Blacklist crew and all of that BS for so long, you actually lose yourself of who you are and what you're here for. And as soon as that came about, and it's like, all right, this is something that actually touches me, and it's like all this stupid petty drama in the world goes away.
Yeah, I understand that, man.
And that's what people need.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, and I hate that whole thing between Blacklist crew and cult shit because we fuck with both of them over here on No Fucks Given Radio. Because I honestly,
and you know what? And that's cool.
Yeah, I think
I'm under one person. They do, and the fact that they're separate, it sucks because I've had a lot of good times with Blacklist, and I've had a lot of good times in the past with Cult Crew back when it was just League of Wisconsin.
You know.
But you know, with doing music, you get the fame, and you get the big head, and then nobody matters.
Right.
And that's what I'm really hoping does not happen with anybody in the Blacklist crew. I mean, it's bound to happen with one person. I mean, I don't know anybody at this point, but, you know, you have to be real strong-minded not to fall into that. One point in my life when I was younger, I even fell for that shit.
How so?
I mean, you know, getting the pieces of your mind, you're all of a sudden, it's like, you know, fuck you, I don't need you guys. And, you know, that happened when I was about 20, and I got, you know, legalized drinking, all right, we're going to fucking party.
Yeah, I know, man. It's never good to do it like that. It's just, I don't know, man. It's easier for us as human beings to separate than come together for some reason. And
and that is the problem of why we are the way we are now.
Yeah. I mean, it takes terrible fucking incidents to, you know, fucking bring us together as a society. Like, you know, like, hey, Mikey. Is Mikey still here?
Oh, he left, remember?
Why the fuck didn't he call back? What the fuck kind of bullshit is that? I'm gonna...
He's in the park. He's in the park, and he's doing whatever he's doing in the park.
He's probably getting a
Hey,
fucking
you never know.
blowjob.
Police could...
Man, don't say that. I don't want Mikey getting arrested.
He said they get off property first.
I don't know. I don't think they got to do shit anymore. I had to arrest you. I think they just got to walk up and go, "You're under arrest." And I really like if they do it quick. I don't think there's a whole lot you can do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the best thing you can date and try to plead your case, but we all know it's a lost cause. But that's the way the world's come.
What do you think is necessary to change it? Huh? Do you think there's?
You broke up there for a second.
Oh, sorry. You like. For real, and I want to know this, Al. I want to know your opinion of this as well, Chakra. What do you think we can do to change it? You know what I'm saying, as far as the path we're on.
Abide by our Second Amendment. Okay, do you know the Second Amendment by heart?
Not by heart, but I know what it essentially says is, hey, you can have guns, and the reason you have guns is so if your government starts getting tyrannical, you can go and blow their fucking head off.
See, now that is a misconception that does not give you the right just to be fight, but it does give you the right to create a well-organized tyrannical government.
Yeah. See, but man, do you think that's possible?
Oh, absolutely.
See, I mean,
it's very possible as long as people understand that, hey, you're going to have to die for your country. Are you willing to die or do you believe that?
See, that's the truth right there. Like, you know.
And for me, I am willing to give my life to help save this country and put it back to where it needs to be. You know, but the problem with that is that, you know, even though I'm okay with it, I got family going, oh, fuck, you know, my dad's going to go die.
See, that's, man, look, that's, like, I got a kid, you know what I'm saying? And it's, like, I look at it in two ways. I look at it just the way, like what, you can let it stand for what it is, and it's going to become something terrible. Or you can fight and take the chance that, yeah, you might die. This is what you're going to do. But you could leave something better than what's already there. So, yeah, that's a double-edged
It comes
sword.
down to, do you want a better future for your kids, and are you willing to give your life? So,
I am, but come on, man. Ain't there some other way?
If there was another way, it would have already happened.
That's like, I don't know if you know, Al. Anonymous was putting out, they put out a lot of things recently, actually, for anybody that pays attention to them. But one of the things they put out, it's been, God, I don't know, probably nearly a month ago now, if my time is right, which is probably not, saying that there needed to be a revolution, but they wanted it to be a bloodless one. Does anybody in this room think that's a possibility?
It is not. And as much as it hurts me to say that, I put it in the views as 100 years. My people have been fighting the same battle over and over and over. We've tried to do it in the peaceful ways, and it's done nothing but got us killed. Now, the problem is that the government's no longer looking at it as just Indian problems. It's now a nation problem. Because when you're wanting to poison waters, you're not just doing it to the Indians, you're doing it to everybody that lives on that river or rivers.
Right. Well, things like, the Flint, Michigan, and that guy walked away scot-free on that. And so you obviously, when you get into, hey, we're going to poison the waters, you can obviously see that it's an inside plan because, these guys are walking away scot-free with hey, don't do that again, and nobody except the people are suffering over it.
Well,
right, the governor, man, that governor in Flint, in Michigan, he had something to do with that shit, of course.
Oh, it was leaked. I don't remember who leaked it, whether it was Anonymous or some of his staff workers, but it was leaked for months before it even became to light. For months, he was telling people in his office not to drink the tap water. He would not drink tap water himself. He would have water imported into the office, so that they didn't have to drink it. Like, it came out all day.
Right.
So, yeah, he definitely knew it, and they let him off scot-free. And the thing is, like, native peoples in a lot of areas, especially like the Navajo reservation and things, have been suffering from even worse water conditions than that for years. But that goes back to, like I said, they might have passed these quote-unquote amendments and bills and gave us IDs and said, hey, you're now part of this country, but they never changed the definition of what a citizen is, and they never changed things like the 14th Amendment that allow us to own property. So therefore, they can do what they want to us. So we are the test run.
But here's the problem with that now. As of last week, the native American citizens.
You kind of cut out. You said what?
Yeah.
Federally recognized tribes, which are the only ones that matter in American government,
right,
have broke ties with the American government. They are no longer considered the citizens of the United States, and they are now being considered hostile terrorists.
Correct.
Wow.
We have officially succeeded and reclaimed our sovereignty, which Russell Means had already said it. You know, basically a reservation is a prison camp on the books of the United States government anyway, and every native on a reservation is just a POW. And if a city native like myself, who never grew up on a res, registers ourselves as a native with our tribe, or goes and puts our, like I put all my paperwork as native because I know my ancestors, I just don't know how to claim the birth certificates and death certificates I need to go about getting the registration done, because like that was three generations ago, and like maybe my mom might be able to claim it, but
no, hold on. Let me tell you how to go about that. Do you know what tribe you're from?
Two of them, Chickasaw and Cherokee, both from my mother's side.
Both from your mother's side. Okay. Last name.
My mother's maiden last name, yes, and I tracked down the genealogy, and it's actually her great-grandfather that was the last person fully enrolled in the tribe.
The Chickasaw, that is part of the Cherokee.
Actually, that side is the Cherokee, and then the Chickasaw side is my mom's great.
As the Cherokee Confederacy consists of the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Creek, Seminole, and one other. If you go, you have to take your maiden last name. You actually have to physically go there.
Oh, hey, wow.
Now I was distracted. Hold up. You physically go to the reservation you're from, so you have to find out what band you're from on either side, and they will look it up for you.
Okay.
Al,
But
Chakra
that's
had
what-
a fucking shiny moment there. That was funny. It's like, ooh, shiny. Oh, wait. Yeah. Man, so that's now, how does that... Now, you say that works for that one particular tribe, man. I mean, how across the board is that as far as if somebody had native background?
Yeah, across the board.
Well, hell yeah.
The only thing that really changes is some tribe full citizenship to the tribe. You have to have a certain blood quantum.
For anything,
they top the blood quantum with the sovereignty.
Yeah,
well, with the Cherokee Confederacy, it's 1/16 blood.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to,
Okay.
I remember
I
it was
didn't
either 1/16 to 1/8.
See, I fell under one of the 1/16 wouldn't fucking cut it. Because I am Potawatomi, and it took me a long time to not have enough to be carded.
Gotcha. My homie, Twisted Freak, actually, he's like my brother and one of my label mates. He's Potawatomi Prairie Band.
Oh, he's Oklahoma Band. All right.
Yeah. He's right is where his actual res is, but yeah.
See, now,
Believe it or not,
well, were you registering like that, man, knowing everything that's going on?
After I knew what was going on. I registered knowing full out.
Oh, okay. So there's no party
Because I didn't register until this year. Of course there is. Of course there is. Like, fuck, man. I'm really fuck.
And you
but
sport a
you know
hatchet,
what?
right? You sport a hatchet too, right?
The way I think of it, we are both too fucking stubborn to give any kind of...
The way I think of it is, god damn it, this shit is cutting out like a fucking cock smoking bitch, and it's pissing me off.
Right.
That's what I think, and I don't know why, because it was being fine until about 2 minutes ago, and I was hoping that shit would just It's fine, babe.
Well, you know what? That could have been my bad. I got up out of my seat. I was walking around. My girl was showing me panties, and I was like, all right, I got to look at them.
I can't argue about the... Yeah.
They were shiny, and they were thongs, and I was like, whoo!
Right.
So get me on that one.
All right. Well, stop moving. Stand still. Yeah.
I'm sitting now. I'm sitting.
Yeah. Look at you trying to fuck my show. I'm fucking shit. No, all right. My bad. I'm just fucking around. Now, see, I fucking... God damn it. What point did that really start cutting out that bad? It was...
The last thing I heard is, was he registered before?
What I said is I did not register until, and I had known about this since March. So I did go in with full knowledge, knowing what I was getting myself into. That my whole life I felt like, I didn't need to prove it. And then it was like, well, the natives don't accept you unless you prove it. And then I finally proved it and got registered. Now I found out the natives don't give a shit either way. Right. I mean, you're going to...
Man.
And dance, okay?
Fuck it, no. All I know is for real. One way or the goddamn other, man. It's fucking dirty for everyone by the Wasteland Warriors. We'll be right back, y'all.
Are you ready?
This is why we can't have nice things.
No, keep it in. Rip a fart, whatever. This is recording.
What? What are you...
You don't want to take it into the shop and be like, I need this worked on. Well, sir, what happened? Shit on it.
Give me a hand. I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all.
This is not nice, and you're listening to No Fucks Given.
Radio hour.
With the unknown factor.
Where'd you get a hand grenade? I don't know.
Check me out at www.ftiarmy.com or nuttingxnice.com. Check out the merchandise, videos, music, and everything. All the social media is right there.
I love Lamp.
Oh, all right.
Hurry and escape. No petting room, cell, lock doors, no pill, fuck that. I'm a pop a triple bar. Maybe 2 or 3, maybe do a couple lines. Gotta get right tonight, midnight. I gotta crack a couple motherfucking skulls. It's payback on crack, get back, fuck that. I gotta split.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
That's true.
Yeah, I stabbed a man in the heart. I saw that.
nuttingxnice.com. Check it out.
Tribal in origin and things.
We'll continue it, because now we're live on the air.
Okay, so what we're saying is that, people think that when you use the term tribe, as a group, you're excluding people, but people understand that way before the quote-unquote civilized era, we were all in tribes, whether you're a Celt or a Frank or a Viking.
Yeah.
We're all cut from the same cloth.
Right. We all had the same style of civilization before civilization. Basically, civilization began with the Edomites leaving the Middle East and becoming the Romans, and once they became the Romans, they began conquering people, starting with the Brits and what became known as the Spaniards. And that was the end of tribal civilization on the eastern side of the earth.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, I never thought of that, man, that people...
Right.
When you say tribes, think that you're excluding people, but I mean, I never did, and I was like, yeah, man, shit, motherfuckers used to have tribes. That's just how shit was, but now we're kind of global.
Well, even with that, is like from the Sami tribe of Sweden, and they're, Santa Claus, the guy, Saint Nick. He was from the same tribe. She's actually related if you go far enough back, which is pretty fucking cool. I always give her shit. But, I mean, dude, around holidays, I'll go, she's like, fuck you.
Oh, God. Man,
but, no matter where in the world you go, you come from a tribal era.
Fuck that. You tell her I expect a present at my door every year that I'm good. Oh wait.
Hey Ben.
Wait. You
Whatsoever
tell her.
ever?
You tell her I never expect a present at my door. So, yeah.
I told him about the Santa thing.
Shit.
Did you hear it?
Man, what?
She's cussing me out now.
Why?
I heard it.
It ain't that big of a deal. You know. But hey, Christmas is coming.
So I sit there. Oh, here comes Hippie. Here comes. Oh, so
tell her I might not have been that good, but you know, my wife's been pretty good. So is my kid. You know, so I expect gifts for them. Not for me though, because I'm a fucking asshole. You know. That's just
not you. You're not. No, not you.
She hates when I tell people about the whole Santa thing.
Well, according to Will, she should give me a present too, though, because apparently I've not been that bad. So yeah, I think Big Will deserves a present too. I think Big Will deserves a present too. He does. Yeah, good dude. Good dude. Say what?
Yeah, man, the only present I get is underwear socks, and I'm lucky.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with socks. Sometimes you need socks. You know?
Oh, I'll tell you what, Christmas is always have like underwear and socks. I'm happy as hell.
Like that's good shit. I need some new drawers, man, for real.
Right. Right. Tell you what, that's how you know you're an adult. Because you know, when you're a kid, you get underwear and stuff. You're like, ugh.
Oh yeah, dude.
Now it's like, fuck yeah. Been waiting all damn year for this shit.
Yeah, some underwear, some socks, maybe a new pillow. I'm good. That's
man, a new pillow.
Yeah.
Throw in a razor and some shave cream, we're good.
Yeah, see, look, that's when you know when you're adult. Like, what do you want for Christmas? A pillow, some socks and drawers, and a razor and some shaving cream. Yeah.
Right.
What? Oh, hey, I'll still take a good book, always. You know, but I'll go buy my goddamn book. I'll go buy my goddamn book too. I'll go buy my. Hey, look. All I know is morbid. Look, we need to talk because, and I just should send you a message. I don't know why, because I'm gonna get that book. I don't give a fuck what my wife says. I'm getting that book. It's a big book. It's a big book. Yeah,
man, she doesn't. Your ass factor.
She doesn't want. Will she doesn't want me to have it? She doesn't.
I know.
I don't. But
hold on real quick, guys.
No.
Knock it off. John, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't, man. I'm just chilling. I'm just hanging out, man. How about you?
Had to yell at my son for a minute.
I know. I was just answering your question, man. You said, what was I doing? I said, just chilling. No bullshit zone, you know. Mikey went away. I don't know, because apparently I think he was offended because he's like, I'm looking for that moment. And then the moment he picked made him look like a racist asshole.
Yeah. He should have waited. He should have waited for that moment.
Yes, he should have. Hey, that ain't my fault. I was just no bullshit, you know.
I was gonna try to save him, but he went into the apology and stuff because I was gonna go into how like the modern person that we think of shouting white power. Yeah, they're not the most intelligent people usually.
No.
But at one point in time, if the Black Panthers had had their way, they would have been, because the Black Panthers were actually setting up Red Panther, Yellow Panther, and White Panther parties, and they would have been very, very educated at that point.
Oh, that would have been dope, dude. That would have been dope for there to be like a Panther of every
The Panthers were a group of extreme radicals. Okay, so what would have happened there is we would have had extremely intelligent dumbasses.
Yeah, right.
Actually, the focus by the time that it had started going to that was less radical, and it was more along the lines of, hey, we proved our point, we've showed our strength, and now we need to take intelligent stances, but we can't leave everybody else out because everybody else is being oppressed, same as we are being oppressed.
See, that's like the whole Black Lives Matter thing. And it's like,
Oh, man.
now you got all lives matter, and it's like, you know what? If you're offended by that, go fuck your. I don't go around saying red lives matter. That just sounds weird as fuck.
Actually, I've seen it on Facebook. It's not Red Lives Matter. It's Native Lives. No doubt.
Really? Wow. Like
That shit has got to stop.
Look, man,
Putting
fuck
each
that.
other in a group.
I've seen fucking clown lives matter.
Oh,
And-
my God.
That's the thing. And
Hey,
I
hold
don't
up,
know.
man.
Maybe.
Can you re-say? I did not catch the first bit of that. I apologize.
Which part?
The whole fucking thing.
I said that. Yeah, I've seen Clown Lives Matter now, and police supporters are now using Blue Lives Matter as a hashtag. And
They need to stop that shit.
It's just going to keep going with those lives matter. Random people are just going to start posting hashtag whatever lives matter. It's just going to be like.
I seen Kane Hodder. I think it was Kane Hodder. I believe put out a shirt with the Jason face on it that said hashtag No Lives Matter.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I've seen
Leave
that
it,
one.
leave it to Hodder, man.
No lives matter. Fuck all of y'all bitches. I like that perspective. I like that one. Like, if y'all are gonna be this goddamn stupid, fuck every goddamn one of you. None of you matter.
Right.
Right. Ain't that
I mean, it's terrible, you know. But for real, like you said, if you've got a problem with Black Lives Matter, then you're part of the fucking problem. And that's just the fucking truth of it. And yeah, people take it, dude. I've seen like goddamn Cast Lives Matter, all kinds of dumb shit. Like,
Ours to hurt them.
Say
right,
what?
Definitely no. That's ridiculous. You know what we need is not types. What we need intelligent people in these movements. The world. It doesn't need to be this big.
Hey man, real quick. I don't know if you can hear me. I apologize for interrupting you. God damn it! I feel like either one, AT&T like has a problem. Somebody's got a problem with this and just don't want to let me and nobody talk no more because they're no.
Fell again.
God damn it! Yeah, I know. Like a son of a bitch. It's like this conversation is taking a turn and someone wants to stop it because it was fine until we got.
I can't understand what you're saying, but this is funny as.
Oh, I know. I know. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Somebody is... Babe, kill your phone, would you?
It's on.
It's
not
off?
on.
Okay.
This.
Well, hell, ladies and gentlemen, we're having extreme technical difficulties. We weren't, but we are now. Ain't that a bitch? Oh, man. I don't know why this happens. It's like, what, did we reach our goddamn data
I'm going to
limit?
message them real quick.
No, we reached our data limit. Look, it's going to work now. Now that I've said, yo, we've reached our data limit, it's going to be like, fine.
You know what it is? It's them damn government drones, man. They've been listening in and they heard keywords.
And they just really don't want you to talk. You have no fucking idea. Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
It's okay if they tap into us because this is shit they need to hear.
All right.
Right.
I agree. And it has been very much interrupted, and I'm getting annoyed at that. So here's my idea, gentlemen. Fuck this. I don't care. I'm going to continue this conversation because I know how to get it to where this continue for a little while longer. You're just going to have to catch it later on at nofuckskipradio.com. So for right now, folks, we're signing off the air. But
Science crazy again.
You'll catch this shit later.
Yeah. All right. That sounded like.
All right, guys. right, guys. Am I coming in clearly now?
Yeah, you're still breaking up.
All right. Give that 1 sec to just take a moment.
How they might be listening in and might have broke everything up. You know, the native people and the black people have been so closely tied for so long. We were both slaves. We were both, basically massacred, and a lot of them intermarried back in the day during and everything, and even before then, when the slaves would run away and stuff, they'd run into the tribes. If the two movements would come together and work on things together, there might be a lot more that got done. A lot more.
They were.
God. I'm getting flat out annoyed. Why did this problem start so late, so deep into this conversation? I do have truly feel, gentlemen, like this conversation has, I don't know, because it was going fine, it was, and then it started getting into that, and was like, fuck you, that will not be discussed. See, that's terrible, man. I didn't hear a damn bit of what you just said. Now, I want to point out.
You were saying either.
I want to point out. Okay, hopefully we've caught up now. I have actually stopped broadcasting live. All right, I did that so we can continue this conversation for a moment, and it can be heard later on NoFucksGivenRadio.com. If this thing is gonna stop being a pain in the fucking ass, which it doesn't seem to be doing such. Gentlemen,
hold on, guys.
Can you give
we have been tapped.
Shit. Say what, man?
Congratulations, Will and Factor. You guys just made a terrorist list along with me and Al.
Wait, why do you say that?
Now, how about that?
Wait, why do you say that? What did I do?
So all four of us are now on a terrorist list. How about that? I think that's shit.
And all I heard was what Will said. I want to point that out. Gentlemen, I'll be right back. Hey, babe, can you end that real quick?
Computer virus.
Hey, I'll be right back, gentlemen. Give me it is a bitch. For real. They wanted to
joining conference now.
Of the actual city, and the actual representative of the city was trying to pass it off like natives were granted their say, but didn't show to have a say in the situation. But the natives, obviously, as I've said a couple times tonight, our say doesn't matter because they never changed the definition of citizen to include us or African Americans. And until the definition is changed or amended, they don't have, they can give us IDs, they can give us a BIA or whatever they want to give us and say, hey, you're citizens. But, until they, ratify or amend or change completely the definition of citizen for the United States, then we still don't matter. And, as far as that goes, even when they do, if they ever do change it, the inequality is still there. The thing with the team names obviously is still a thing, and the mascots and things are still a thing. So it's
hey, let me get your Facebook real quick.
Look, okay.
What's up?
Yeah, he's part of them Warriors, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they ain't right. I appreciate that, though. Right? For real. Hopefully we've actually got this goddamn problem fixed. Now, like I said, guys, I'll be honest. We're not broadcasting right now. I just wanted to, at least be able to finish that discussion and wrap the conversation up. Now, wait. Real quick, man. What state were you talking about because you heard that beep and I jumped in. What state was you referring to?
What's that?
What state? You were talking about a state that had done something as far as the representative said people showed up and this.
The state of North Dakota has sent a representative saying that the Indians were invited to come have their say, but that was not true.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, on NPR today, I forget who's for the state of Dakota and the deciding of land decisions, said that the native tribe was actually informed of a meeting several times and didn't show, but the native tribe keeps saying that wasn't true. And what I was saying was that it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because as I had stated several times earlier in the interview, basically by definition we're not citizens, no matter how much stuff they throw at us and say, oh, you're equal, you're citizens. Until they ratify that or completely change that, our say wouldn't have mattered, even if the tribe did show up and say, hey, you can't do that, that's treated land. It's all pretty much just...
I was able to catch that bit, man. I was. Now, here's my thing. Look, I don't understand how they can sit and say that in any capacity. And, because it's an obvious, blatant lie. I mean, because look at everything that's been surrounding this for as long a period of time as it has. And you're gonna... No, that's fucking bullshit, man. What, it got lost in the mail? Jack my dick sideways.
Right?
No.
Well, supposedly what she was saying on the interview that I heard on NPR today is that they sent a personal certified letter, so somebody had to sign to receive, but the tribe never responded, and they asked her something about so she was notified that they had received it and could produce documentation, and she completely blew off the second half. She was like, yes, they were notified. I was told that they were notified. And it's like, but if you sent a certified, then somebody had to sign, and there's a receipt somewhere. Why can't you provide documentation is all I could think, when I heard that.
Babe, I'm really high. Tell me who this is. Oh, wait. My luggage.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, come on.
Black Republican presidential candidate.
Oh, see, that's terrible. That's what it's just sorry that we're really both fucking kind of high, I'll be real honest. But no, that's what that motherfucker ostensibly did. For real. It was like, oh, wait, my luggage. My luggage. Like, I can't answer that question. So for real, you're going to say the shit was said, but... No, they never got it. That's what you said. You're like scratching your nose going, they never got it. They didn't get that shit.
Right.
They didn't get this shit at all. Who gives a fuck, man? So what? Why are you not, Will?
Well, even if they did get it, they would not have responded for the simple fact that if they did go, that puts them as a potential target to be the next person. Right. That's going to cause big problems.
That's like such a fucked up, terrible, double-edged sword, man, because there's no nice side of it for you. It's like you're facing a double-edged sword, and it's not in your hand. God damn it. This shit, gentlemen, is not being agreeable. Never just have one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. God damn it. Give me 2 minutes. That's all. Just 2 minutes, you fucking piece of shit Google motherfucking... I just need 2 minutes. It won't even give me 2 minutes. It's like, fuck you guys. Wait, somebody hung up. Can you hear me now? Hello?
I can hear you crystal clear now.
All right, you were cutting in and out, kind of, but hey, yeah, man. This shit is...
Is anybody still on?
No, it is actually just me and you. I got a good, nice little portion that I'll get out soon because I've got everything edited. So I'll make it a point to have this out quickly. Hey, man, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm assuming not. Hey, hit me up on... I know the moment I'm looking for.
You're cutting up real bad. If you can hear me, just hit me up on Facebook.
That's what I was getting ready to tell you. I was just waiting for the moment you could hear me. I'll talk to you later, dog. This shit has been dope, though. It'll be out soon. And have a good night, y'all. Because I'll edit the bullshit out. Because I apologize. There was some bullshit. I feel like motherfuckers wanted to stop this conversation. So I even stopped broadcasting just to see if I could maybe... But no. It's all good, though. Right? We'll get this out. Check that shit out. Dakota Oil Pipeline. That whole situation, man. It's fucked up. You know? Think about it. Check it out. Have a good night, y'all.